Foles does have one media availability today. Tom Brady has zero. We've got availability with our Super Bowl winner and Hall of Famer, Kurt Warner, joining us now. Blake Bortles there, kind of deflecting a few of the questions about criticism, how people have felt about his play. How do you feel like Blake Bortles is going to handle not just the pressure of playing in the AFC Championship game, Kurt, but the pressure that a Belichick defense brings?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think he's doing a great job right now. He is one of the four teams that are playing, one of the four starting quarterbacks that are playing this weekend, and that's how you earn respect in this business. And you keep winning at playoff time, and obviously a great test and a great opportunity for him. But it's always a challenge when you play against Bill Belichick. And the challenge is that, almost every week they change up what they do. Oftentimes offenses will change their game plan weekly and throw different things at the defenses, where defenses are more kind of stand pat and do what they do. Well, Bill Belichick, what you saw on film last week may not be anything close to what you see this week. And so the big challenge is being able to recognize what that is early while having success and being able to make those adjustments or be ready for that as you go through the game. But not an easy thing. The hope is there that they can run the football and play good defense, so he has a chance to acclimate to some of those changes that I'm sure the Patriots will have.
Yeah, and that Belichick game plan is something that gets a lot of discussion. Obviously, we talk about it. Does everybody handle that the same way? Can you get caught up too much in preparing to face a Patriots team and the changes they're going to make? How do the Jags deal with the Belichick game plan?
Well, I think that's it, is you can get so caught up in what they did last week or what they did the last time you played them, whereas you get to the game and it's completely different. So I think the focus has to be on do what you do, but also have an answer for everything. You have to be ready for what may happen. He may try to double a certain guy in certain situations. You got to be ready for that and be able to go to your second and third guys. You got to be able to handle if they're going to come out and throw some kind of defense at you to stop the run. You have to be able to take advantage of those things. And so to recognize that and have something ready to attack that is always the key. If you've got a game plan and you go in and he takes that away and you don't really know what to do, those are the teams that struggle and that the Patriots beat on a consistent basis.
Looking to what the Steelers were able to do against the Jags, Kurt, we saw Le'Veon Bell make a catch with Telvin Smith draped all over him. We saw the tremendous catch from Antonio Brown. Did the Patriots need to take deep shots against the Jags, or is that something that they want to avoid altogether?
I mean, I don't think you avoid it, but I don't think you go in saying we have to do it either. Nobody's better at playing kind of what we term small ball than New England. Tom Brady is patient, probably the most patient quarterback in the league, that's willing to take what you give them. He doesn't force things down the field just because he gets impatient and feels like they need a big play. So I think you go into this game against a really good defense, and you have to take the approach, be efficient, don't turn the ball over, and take what they give me. Take what they give me. Because you try to take chances against those two corners or against a team that can rush the passer, that's when negative plays happen. And the Patriots are very good at not doing that. Tom Brady's very good at not doing that. So I don't think you're going to see him force a lot of things down the field unless you put their backs to the wall and you get up on them early and you put a little pressure on them. And then that changes for every team and for every quarterback.
Certainly the Jags would like to put the Patriots and Brady in that situation. Kirk, moving over to the NFC, we heard a chance to hear from Nick Foles today, comparing the Vikings defense and the Falcons defense. Said the Vikings weren't going to allow as much underneath as Atlanta did. Foles made a killing against Atlanta during that. How do you feel about his chances going up against Minnesota?
Well, I mean, I do agree with Nick Foles is that the primary defense that Atlanta plays is very similar to the primary defense that Minnesota plays. But, there's a couple areas that it's different. Minnesota rushes the passer better. They get there quicker than Atlanta does on a consistent basis. That always makes it harder on a quarterback. The linebackers, although very athletic for Atlanta, they don't quite have the discipline. They haven't been around as long, and so you're going to see greater discipline with the Minnesota guys, so you have to be even more efficient. And then the last thing is the physicality in the secondary, is that nobody is more physical in the secondary than the corners and safeties of the Minnesota Vikings. And so although they're going to look similar in scheme, you still have to be better and more efficient against this Minnesota team than that good young Atlanta team, just because they're better across the board right now than Atlanta's defense.
Challenges at every level, a guy who has obtained every level in the NFL. Kurt Warner, live here on NFL Network. Appreciate it, Kurt. Moving things on Championship Wednesday, Todd Haley no longer a part of that Steelers franchise. We'll get an update on the coaching carousel and get more on Championship Sunday coming up here on NFL Network.
Your pizza.
Papa John's.
Order now at papajohns.com.
Alexa, please come and get it. Everywhere.
What animal is a member of genus Canis and is also referred to as man's best friend? Player 2.
Dog.
That is correct.
Don't listen.
These are Vince Wilfork's words of strength. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Nietzsche. The strong man is strongest when alone.
Independent studies confirm Castrol Edge is 3 times stronger against viscosity breakdown than the other leading motor oils.
If Castrol Edge is 3 times stronger than other leading oils, those oils can't actually be leading. Vince Wilfork.
It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Is this my car?
This is ridiculous!
This is ridiculous. Ah!
From car insurance to car loans, State Farm is here to help life go right.
Before they start on Sundays,
Wentz going for the end zone.
they were out to prove themselves.
The NFL's new phenom, rookie Kareem Hunt.
The East-West Shrine Game.
That's a wild one play there.
The Senior Bowl.
I'm fired up.
And you can see them both live, only on NFL Network.
He built with that kind of kid.
The next level of